Capital Baghdad. Ali, we're getting reports of a warning from Iraq's Shia leader Ali Sistani against any US aggression against Iran. What more do we know?
Well, this was a statement, and this is the second time the statement is being issued by the highest Shia religious body, which is represented by Ayatollah Ali Sistani here in Najaf. This statement mainly condemned the Israeli attack on Iran, but the main point and the main line here is that it warned of the consequences of harming the leadership of Iran. We know the supreme leader of Iran, besides being a leader of a country, a political leader, he is a religious authority, and he's alongside with Ayatollah Sistani, they are the most senior religious leaders of the Shiite Muslim sect in the world. So what Sistani said in this statement is that there's going to be a chaos in case there's any harm to this leadership. And actually, if we want to analyze these words, it's mainly directed towards the United States before anyone, and that he is not going to be able to control the situation anymore in such circumstances. We know in Iraq there are factions that are allied with Iran, and Sistani played a big role over the past months in containing the impact of the war in the region and trying as much as possible to limit its influence on Iraq. So what he is saying here is that he won't be able to do anything in case Ayatollah Ali Khamenei or the leadership, mainly Khamenei, is harmed, especially that we are hearing right now a lot of threats to the life of Khamenei. And Ayatollah in general, at least from Sistani's position, is a position that needs to be preserved. And this keeps the power of the religious figure here. Over even in 1963, just like a historical background, Ayatollah Khomeini was sentenced to death, but because he was an Ayatollah, he was a marja, then the Shah had to exile him and not to execute him. So these are precedents that they take into consideration, and they warn that these issues should not be done.
And Ali, where does this take us next?
Well, it's clear we are in front of a moment of truth. So Iran for now is dealing with the situation in a way, whereas it is retaliating militarily. However, it's still keeping a distance from taking decisions that could commit it to certain policies in case this war comes to an end. For example, there are issues that Iran threatened to do in case its nuclear sites are being hit. For example, exiting the Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, and it did not yet exit it. Closing the Hormuz Strait, which is a vital strait and allows 20% of the world's oil to pass, and till the moment Iran did not take such a move. So what we are seeing is that Iran is keeping these options, these cards aside, while focusing on the war. The other issue is that, and as we've been hearing, the idea of toppling the head of the establishment in Tehran, Ayatollah Khamenei, as if this is going to topple the whole system, this doesn't seem to be an issue that's going to happen, because for now what we understood is that given what happened on the first day when the replacements of the military commanders were done quickly in few hours, also there are measures in place in case Ayatollah Khamenei is being targeted. There's a procedure, there are measures in place, whereas there is going to be a very swift transition towards someone else who is going to be elected by the Assembly of Experts. These are measures that these are orders that were already given, and it's clear that the Iranians are trying as much as possible to avoid any kind of vacuum on the top of their leadership, because the main issue here is that to keep the command and control intact.
Okay, thank you very much. Ali Hashim there reporting for us from Baghdad.